All right, everybody. Thank you for coming and welcome to the second episode of Pulse from TheChads Media. I'm Brandalf, and today I'm very excited to bring you one of the best, most favorite people of mine in Web3 and Polygon in specific. But today we have the pleasure of hosting the Matic Man, the intrepid founder of the Crypto Crew, the Crew Community, forging leadership and social bonds across the ecosystem in such a dynamic and consistent way. And I just had to get him on the program for you all. So we've also got a forthcoming launch for them coming up. Some of you have heard of Legion, and so we're looking forward to learning more about this today. So let's welcome Matic Man to the show. How are you today, Matic Man?
Randolph, I am doing absolutely fantastic. Man, congrats on the intro. You guys are crushing it with this media. The Chads Media keeps every day just stepping it up. So excited about what you guys are building. And yeah, with the whole team that you and family are building out is incredible. And man, I'm doing well. It's a little after 4 a.m. here, and I am well prepared for the Pulse. I have my trusty Monster energy drink in the white can, if you can see that.
Oh, your
And
white can's ghosting. You know what? I got you
can you
too.
see
I
it? I
got the
don't know if you
Matic.
can
I
see
got
it.
my
Yeah.
Matic Man monster here.
Yeah. And then I also, I didn't just bring a pack of Pop Tarts, I just brought the whole box. So, if you want to know how to get going in the morning, you get the Monster energy drink in the white can, you get a pack of Pop Tarts, man, you're good to go. Life is good. You can just rock and roll in some spaces. But no, thank you for the privilege of being here on the Pulse. And Brandon, like I've said a number of times, I'm really amazed at what you guys have built. It's really been a short time. The Chads, and I've used the analogy before, like right across, of course, I'm here in Beijing. There's a big apartment complex going up right across the street from us. And, you don't notice it every day, like the progress. But when I went back to the States for a few months and then I came back, I was like, wow, look what's happened. And I don't think people realize the like what's been built, the people that are in the ecosystem that are seeing it every day. But in less than a year, guys, I mean, Chad, you have just crushed it, Brandon. It's amazing. I'm excited. I'm excited about your upcoming mint sometime in the near future. So yeah, good times for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the kind words as usual, Matic Man. But of course, we're not here to talk about the Chads. We're here to talk about Legion of Gloom, minting on the 20th. And let's see here. We got some comments. We got Twan in the comments. And
One
we got a
checking
little
in.
banner. So minting the 20th on Magic Eden. Of course, you guys were selected for the Magic Eden Creator Grant, Creator Fund, and very exciting to see the systemic support
Yeah.
for really essential builders in this space. I know when I came to Polygon, you were already a central figurehead leading the way in Twitter spaces and minting out the rest of the Crypto Crew project. And so I was lucky enough to be in time to mint and collect my 10 heroes to join the Circle of Heroes. You have those awesome meetings every Thursday. And then you guys also had this Halloween launch with the trading cards to kick off the Omega space, which is, of course, is right after this live stream at the top of the next hour, where I will be your guest. So we're
Yes.
double dipping today, and couldn't be more excited about it, man.
Yeah, we're super excited. Just to unpack a little bit of what you said. First of all, we're really thankful for the support of the ecosystem. Just friends that have been so supportive of me personally, so supportive of Crypto Crew and a long journey. We didn't have that, exciting initial push, that big mint at the beginning, and people that just stuck with us, believed in what we were building. And of course, really thankful to Magic Eden for choosing us as one of the projects for the first wave for the Creator Fund. Really thankful for the trust they placed in what we're building as well. Is there an echo, Brandolph? Are you hearing any echo? Is it okay?
No, not for me. I think
Okay.
it's
All
great.
right.
Obviously, I don't have the cutting edge tech. I've got this earbud that falls out every time I smile, so I'll be touching my face the whole time. So
Yeah, I'm
apologies
trying
for
to
that.
like, I tried to find a space where I wouldn't wake my wife up. I usually go like I have a bedroom downstairs that I usually do my spaces in, but I wanted to have it on a table, so I didn't know if I was in a good space or I've done our other apartment before. We're in a bigger apartment now, but I used to do spaces like I'd go in the kitchen and shut the door just so I wouldn't wake her up because it's early morning here. But yeah, we're super excited to be minting on Magic Eden. Of course, just the friendship we have with Johnny, Big Neil, and the team there, it makes it even more special that you can work with people that you have a relationship with already, and that you believe in, and they believe in you. So yeah, it's super exciting, man. A little bit nervous. We're less than 2 weeks away now, so a little bit nervous, but I think all founders could relate to that.
Oh, sure, man. I felt that, in the 20 minutes getting this set up. We talk all the time. But it's a little bit different staring at our mugs on the screen. And so we
Yes.
appreciate everybody who's joining us on X and YouTube. We've got the links posted up on my X page, which is at Brandalf23. If you guys need to share it out with your friends and family, we're going to get some hot alpha here on Legion. So Tony, you've got the heroes of crypto, the crypto crew. And now we're going to see the reason we need these heroes. We're going to see some villains. Can
That's
you
right.
tell us a little bit about Legion and how that good versus bad is going to play into the project?
Yeah, and all this ties in to our initial lore. We have a little tag that we're using now. Without villains, heroes have no purpose. And really, when I think about Legion, the genesis actually goes back to November of 2021. It was really during the height of COVID back in the summer of 2021 that I began to think about going into Web3 full time. Of course, I'd been in the crypto trading sector for a long time. Brandolph, I've been an educator for years. From 2011 to 2015, I was also in the US, a certified financial advisor. I had gotten my Series 7, Series 6.3 license, and I did some financial management, but mainly in stocks. Sadly, I didn't really get much into crypto back when I could have really made some money when crypto was just coming on the scene, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so forth. But in 2018, I pivoted somewhat from stocks into crypto, and I was big into Cardano for 2.5 years. Had a big bag of ADA, but I began to read like an investor that I really respect his opinion early 2021. In fact, it was early January. He chose Matic as his sleeper pick for crypto for 2021. So I began to dive into Matic, and I really loved what they were building, the technology. But I think it was not until March of 2021 when Sandeep, the co-founder, put out a tweet about the COVID situation in India, and in one day, like $1 billion was raised. Most of that from Vitalik Buterin. He gave like a lot of Shiba Inu or something like that, and like $1 billion worth of Shiba. And so I was like, wow, I really vibed with that. This founder that wanted to help, other people. And so anyway, long story short, pivoted into Matic, of course, which became Polygon. And when I began to think about it, it really similar to what the Chads have done. I think a mistake some people make. So many people want to go into Web3 full time, but they don't really have a plan. And so when I decided I wanted to go into Web3 full time, I started strategizing. I took a long time. I decided, to brand myself the Matic Man because it was still the Matic network at the beginning. And then I had like I created some music before I ever. It wasn't until February that I launched my Twitter account in December of 2021, but it wasn't until February of 2022 that I actually began my Web3 journey. But I took about 3 months just to plan, how do I want to do this? And the main thing I wanted to do was just to provide content for Polygon. I wanted to get a gig somewhere like writing for Polygon or some project. At the time, NARB Trading was really the only person putting out any Polygon content, and so I've branded myself the Matic Man, and then NFTs caught my attention, Brandalf, and I started thinking, I wonder if I could at some point have an NFT collection. And so in February of 2022, I said, well, I'm already the Matic Man. I was here in China. I saw anytime Marvel or DC put out a new movie, I mean, there would be insane lines for the premiere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I said, there's this fascination globally with heroes, superheroes. And so I decided, I said, well, I'm already branding myself the Matic Man. Let me think about this superhero NFT collection. And so I started thinking about which crypto projects I felt like had the most potential that, 5 years down the road would still be around. And that was the genesis of the Crypto Crew superheroes. Now, I definitely missed on one of them. One of our original 10. It was one of my favorite characters was Terra, and the artist. In fact, I thought that was the best art of any of our 10 characters. Terra, and of course, Terra didn't quite make it, sadly, and so we had to
Yeah.
pivot. Thankfully, it was before we launched Crypto Crew, so we changed the Terra character. It's one of our two female characters. We changed Terra to Crow, and Chronos Chain. I'm still kind of bullish on what they're building there. So, but yeah, so we finally launched in October 2022. I had a slow mint, of course. Finally minted out in May. Supported the community, an incredible team, and and then we had always, back in 2022, February, Brandalf, right after our artist created the 10 heroes, back in probably March of 2022, I had him create the villain. So they've always been there as part of the plan. However, we did a pivot on the art when the bear market came. We were going to launch Legion in October, but then the bear market, it didn't seem like the right time, and it also gave us time to pivot on the art. We had contracted with Brozo Studios to do the marketing for the October launch, and then when we decided to wait to mint, I was put in contact with Goose, who was the creator, the genius behind the Brozo art, which is so clean. And I sent him, what we had, and asked him to do some mock-ups for me, and he just knocked it out of the park. And so we just pivoted with the art completely. So it's been a good thing for us. And by the way, of course, not to get into all, but yeah, we're not with Brozo Studios now. We're not marketing with them. Uh, but we love Donnie. Nothing, no shade on Donnie, but we're just using our own team. We've been able to build out our team, and since October, to 27 people, counting our mods,
Oh
counting our
wow.
visitors, counting our spaces host. But that's not just for Legion. That's for, of course, the Crypto Crew. Now we've acquired Fada, and now with Legion, and then we have other projects that we work with in our Discord. So we've been able to build out the team some.
Yeah, you've done a fantastic job of bringing several communities together to, stand united and support each other, and branded that under the crew community, which super works. I mean, you're the king of branding so far, man. Choosing the Matic Man as your name,
I don't
and
know if that was a good idea or not.
oh, I think you'll
With
be fine. I think it's great. I love Matic Man is my favorite of the 10 heroes, and I think probably going to be the top value hero from the crypto crew. So I'm always looking on the floor for some extra Matic Mans to add to my wallet. But crew immunity kind of rolls off the tongue and fits right into your branding and the community. I think it's super perfect for you as a community leader, and having these programs like the Omega Space, which is at the top of the hour, and the Circle of Heroes meeting that happens on Thursdays. In addition to all the spaces that you do, I don't understand how you work a job or get any sleep. And of course, with a mint coming up in less than 2 weeks, that's got to be really exciting. So, do we know the collection size and the mint price?
Yeah, we've been trying to nail some things down as far as the mint price. It's going to be a supply of 5,000, and out of
All
the
right.
5,000, about 1,000 will be airdropped to our Crypto Crew Genesis Collection holders. We wanted to reward our holders who've been loyal parts of our community, and so we'll have an airdrop right away of about 20% of the collection to. So we're really looking at a little bit less than 4,000 supply, and the mint price is going to be around 10 USDC. Um, we're really excited. Magic Eden's integrating credit card payments, so I think that's big, especially
Nice.
for Web2 people coming in. And also, as you know, we've been vibing a lot with the AVAX community. And for our AVAX friends, if they don't want to convert to Matic, if they just want to use their credit card, that would be, I think, an advantage as well. And also, we're doing some Solana integrations now, and but it's going to be around 10 USDC. We're just trying to confirm if we're hoping that people can mint in USDC and Matic, but we're trying to get confirmation on that. But we're looking at a mint price of 10 USDC for the hit list. So if you're on the hit list, it's a guaranteed 2 mints during the first phase. And then the whitelist phase is going to be first come, first served, and that would be 11 USDC. And then if it gets to public mint, that would be 12 USDC.
Oh, that's great. That's a nice spread. Only a couple of Matic. It's still a bonus to be in on the early list, the hit list,
Yes.
the white list. But not a big enough difference that you're going to see people scalping that floor for cheeseburgers, like they do when we see a larger difference between those mint phases. So that's pretty exciting. So we have a couple of games out for you. How are we looking for integrating the villains into the games?
Sure. Like with Polygon Heroes, we already have 5 of the villains integrated. I know we have Red Candle, we have Black Swan, and we have Bear. And we're excited about rolling those out with the mobile versions by the end of the year. And also, we hope to have them also on Google Play. And we
Oh
have
wow!
we had a we have another game, a FPS game that is almost ready, that should be rolled out by the end of the year as well. And don't want to get too much in it. We thought we would have 3 games, and we still may, but in a different form. We were, one of the, I guess, many projects that I partnered with somebody in the ecosystem that,
Oh
they ended
yeah,
up not being the most
for
trustworthy.
Hero Run from
Yeah,
Rugging
Hero Run.
Pops. Yeah,
Yeah, and so we were
yeah.
hoping to have 3, but, Boxtropolis is actually, working on something very similar that they trying to offer to the projects that, that got scammed. I don't think there's any other word for it. That because so we were one of those projects, unfortunately, and unfortunately for any project that even if you lost one Matic, it's sad that, anyway, that is what it is. But yeah, we're
Yeah.
super excited about the game. I was just in a space we were talking about games, and gaming's not the future, Brandalf. It's the now. Polygon is somewhat pivoting toward that. I know Magic Eden is really emphasizing games. Comets emphasizing games. One Planet's almost done a complete pivot to games now, and so gaming is huge.
Yeah, there are a lot of games. I think that this technology is really going to explode in that use case, and we're seeing a lot of different games come to the market. A lot of first person shooters, side scroll games. Really, a mixed bag of all the different kinds of gaming. I think there's some people developing battle royale games and open worlds and all of these things. where you can have your assets in your custody, which is a huge factor for people who want to be able to own their efforts. Right, your time is spent into these games, and at the end of the day, if that's just worth the experience you had, that's fine. But if at the end of the day you own your character and your leveled up stats and your inventory items, and you can freely trade those with other people in the game, I think that's fantastic, and really a huge potential market that is very much untapped so far.
Brando, if
So
you've
it'll be
got
interesting to
you're trying to
see.
get the wizard cap. I need to get like a Matic Man, a mask or something. And
Yeah,
you
you
have
just pull it down the Spider-Man
you,
style.
you have the sunglasses on. I'm not sure if I should wear the sunglasses or not. Does that look kind of like a mask, like a Matic Man mask? I don't
A
know.
little bit like Spider-Man eyes almost.
Okay, Spider-Man eyes. You had the sunglasses on last week, so I wanted to come prepared just in case you decided to wrap yours. But man, it
Good
is
stuff.
weird on the camera. It's really
It
disconcerting.
can
I'm used
be.
to being on a space, and I'm walking around when I'm talking because I'm actually kind of like ADHD. Like I have, so I'm trying to be still. So it's hard for me in front of a camera to be. I like walking around and I'm using my hands, so I'm trying to be very still in front of the
It's
camera.
yeah, it's an adjustment period. I keep trying to use my hands. I see just the fingertips in the screen, and I got to adjust to the full frame. I got to be a YouTube guy now, and I'm still. I mean, which angle am I? Do I turn right to turn left? Do I turn left to turn right? So it's an adjustment period. Maybe we'll bring the sunglasses back. Maybe not. I don't know. We do have a question in the comments from Avtab, the Crypto Crew legend. He wants to know if Crypto Crew holders will automatically get hit list.
No doubt. So the crypto crew holders not only get an airdrop, a free airdrop, but they also will be placed on the hit list. So they'll have the opportunity for two paid mints at the lowest mint price during the first phase. And Brandolph, I was thinking, I know, was it Amber Victoria? They mint in a week, I think.
Yeah, next Wednesday actually. She will be our next guest on Pulse, and that'll be an open edition that's open for 2 days on Magic Eden.
It would be just tremendous for Magic Eden. And I think for the ecosystem, as we come to the end of the year, if we could see a couple of quick mint outs, I think it would be, and I'm not saying that
Oh
from a
yeah,
self-serving way because we're one of the two. I just think it will be exciting for the ecosystem. It will be a good, we've had a couple of uh, difficult months, and I think we're coming through that now. But I think it would be a good shot in the arm for the ecosystem to end the year on just a high note and to go in. That's really what happened last year, of course. December 25th with the Utes announcement, and we ended the year with this exciting news, and it really kickstarted the whole year. And I think this could help kickstart 2024. If we have a couple of quick mint outs, the ecosystem comes together, it would be really exciting.
hell yeah, Matic Man, and that's why I wanted to book you before the mint. I want to boost the signal and make sure everybody knows. You can see in the which way do I point in the banner there, minting on the 20th on Magic Eden Launchpad. And I want to make sure that everybody's got the opportunity to get in line for hit list or whitelist. So where do we go if we don't have the role?
Sure, you can go into our Discord, into the Legion Discord, and or you could just go to the community Discord, and you can get. We are still giving out some hit lists to projects that have been so supportive, and then you can get on the white list. Hit list is a little more difficult. Of course, they won't be over allocated because that's guaranteed mints, and so they're a little more difficult to get. The white list will be over allocated because it's first come, first served. Uh, but yeah, go into the Discord. We can get you, there's some links that you can go on the Legion Twitter account, the X account, and there's some links where you can get on the white list right away. But if you want to get in the hit list, go in our Discord, open up a ticket, tell them you were in this space, and I'm going to get you on the hit list as well. If you were, since you were in this space, go in. And I know a lot of friends here. I see Manimal is over here. Um, yeah, and Seaflow, absolute legend. So really exciting. Brenda, if you mentioned earlier, like our alpha groups, the Circle of Heroes, which you've been one of our guest speakers for Hero Talk, did an amazing job. And then you mentioned the Omega group. And then, of course, you're going to be our guest speaker in about 35 minutes as we're
Yes.
doing this back to back. I think alpha groups are very important for projects, for builds, bringing some value back to your holders. When I talk about ROI, and I know we have to be careful even with that terminology, but when I think about ROI, it doesn't have to be financial. It can be. That's nice, but an ROI, a return on your investment, can be education. It can be an experience. It can be like a family, like a community. And I just think as we're looking forward with the NFT ecosystem, we have to be thinking like, needs to be awesome art. That's a given. But outside the art, what are we doing to bring an ROI, some type of perk, benefit, some type of return for our investors? It doesn't have to be financial. And I think alpha groups are really something every project, every founder should consider. It's an ROI for sure. I see that, of course, Pluto Misfits, I'm big into that project. And that's kind of one of their value adds, being a part of that group. You have to be selected, but where you get to have that guest mentorship like you're doing for us today in the Omega group, it's a value add. I see like Women from Cosmos, Maria's doing that. I think maybe Anna from Metavixens does something like that. I'm seeing a lot of groups now do that. And I think, I don't know if you could give us any alpha, and I know you don't want to talk a lot about the Chads. Can we maybe look towards something like that from the Chads? Some kind of
Sure.
alpha
I
group?
mean, this is our version of it. So we used to
Okay,
host
it
the
definitely
Hot
already is.
Box
Yeah,
in the Discord for the Chads, and we wanted to make it more accessible to a wider audience. So, of course, now we are broadcasting live on X and YouTube simultaneously, which is pretty cool. And so we're excited to potentially reach a wider audience. And so it's on me to figure out how to grow into this show and make it a little bit more approachable for people who may not know what NFTs are, may only have just dabbled in crypto before, maybe a little curious. And so we're still getting there. I think the format is very much for Web3 people already. Obviously, the people in our comments here are, the tried and true community. And, we want to make the door very more visible that it's open for other people who are curious, want to get involved. And so I think getting people started with Crypto Crew is a fantastic place to begin because you have that big team, that wide level of support, a huge community. You've got people from all over the world, and just the most friendly vibes. Every time I join the Hero Talk or the Omega Space, it's just a huge group, and everybody's so excited and interacting together in the comments, and excited to hear the interviews, and really putting in the effort to be there and be present for these other guests and founders that you're hosting. And I think that's a fantastic value add for the community. And I'd love to see more of these things take shape. Obviously, other projects are doing some of their own alpha chats. I've always strayed away from alpha calls.
I have as well.
Like buy this at this price and sell it at this price. That's
That's
not
not
my
our
vibe,
vibe.
and that's cool if people are into that. Just feels just a touch exploitative to me to kind of pump and dump somebody like that. I'm looking for more authentic connections, and you definitely have gone a long way to set that tone of authenticity and reciprocity. And so I want to. Uh oh.
We went out. What happened, Brent?
All
I
right,
think
so it's time for WTF. Our show's been interrupted, and I'm going to ask you some random questions. This is my first shot at trying to do a little segment in the middle of the show, so bear with me. That graphic was a little choppy. So, the Matic Man, we're going to play a short game of word association. I'm going to say a word. You're going to say the first thing that comes
oh
to mind.
wow.
All right.
Should I be like laying on a couch isn't that what like psychiatrists do? Maybe I should be lying down and
You know what? Let's throw on the
are you gonna show me
sunglasses
like
for
the
this
dots
one.
on a piece of paper? Okay.
All
Oh,
right, so cats.
you said cats?
I said cats.
Evil.
First thing that comes to mind.
Evil.
Evil. All right, dogs.
Evil, yeah.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Italian.
Wallet.
Crypto.
NFT.
Crypto crew.
Rug.
Some things come to my mind, but I will not share what I'm thinking, okay?
All right. We'll go with all right, I ran out of options. All right, the game's over. Game's over. It was
I
a good
think I
game.
stayed safe. I think I was pretty safe there, I think.
It was worth a shot. I'm trying to have fun with it. I'm
I
working
like
with the
it. I like
format
it.
here, and we'll work on some better games. I don't know. Let's see what the comments say. The Legion's attacked during the show. What is this?
Yeah, the
Jazzy over
Legions are
here.
always
Who's
attacking.
attacking? We got Shadow Man in the audience.
Shadow Man. Hey, Brandalf, man, I'm excited.
Anik.
Tomorrow, I know you're big into the drill club. We're having Sally tomorrow. I'm super excited. She's doing our hero talk tomorrow, so stoked about that.
Fantastic. So, if you want to mint the Legion of Gloom, you guys are going to need to look for the hit list or the white list. You can go to the Legion Discord or the Crewmunity Discord, and you can find those links if you click through the Matic Man's profile, the Crypto Crew profile, the Legion profile. We have also at the top of the hour, we have the Omega space in the Crewmunity Discord for holders of all 20 of the trading cards, and that's a combination of heroes and villains. And then, of course, tomorrow at 4 p.m. EST in the Crewmunity server for the holders of all 10 heroes is the Hero Talk. And that's going to feature Sally from Drill Club. That's super exciting, Matic Man. So let's get wrapped up here so we can get you time for lunch in between. And I know that I'm going to need a little break in between shows. We've got a lot going on Polygon today,
Hey,
as
can I say one
usual.
more thing?
Yeah,
We
I want to
do.
hear everything you've got to say before we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, in our supply of 5,000, we do have some one of one, some special cards, and we've partnered with different projects. And they've created some one of ones where their character is doing battle with the villains. For instance, we've got a rival bear that's doing battle with our villain called Bear. Very appropriate, of course. And
Awesome.
Polygon Apes and Donzies are doing battle or fighting Red Candle. We have women from Cosmos fighting Black Swan, the Banshees fighting Fudd, and we have the Matic Greys fighting Hacker and Brozo fighting Dumper. And so it's really cool with these one of ones. And then we have 10 animated NFTs, one of each
Ooh,
villain. It's a card. It's really a unique card. So we'll have 20 special cards within the set that we know will probably have a lot of value. So we're excited about that, of course.
awesome. Well, I know I'm excited to mint Legion. Are we going to look to collect all 10 for some kind of special role?
For sure. Like if you have all 10, like you become part of the Shadow Force if you have all 10. And
Ooh.
if you have all 10 different villains, and then you have access also to the Circle of Heroes, our weekly meeting. If you have 50 you become part of the Sinister Society, and there'll be some extra perks, special perks there. If you have 100 villains, the League of Darkness, 150, the Order of Thunder, and then 200, the Blood Brotherhood. And we didn't know we would need, like for Circle of Heroes, that we would need those higher tiers, but we have some that have 200, 300 NFTs now. And so we want to go ahead and prepare for the higher tiered holders.
That's just an inspiration, man. I had no idea that those guys were holding so many crypto crew.
Yeah.
Definitely a conviction play. And now is the time to be stacking those conviction plays. So we don't want to be in the business of giving financial advice out here. But for collectors, this is a great project to join. And of course, collecting provides membership access with verification inside the Discord. That's how that works. If you were not previously in the know, very friendly community. So if you are watching this and you are confused about what the heck we're talking about, just come on out to Twitter and find the crypto crew and ask some questions. And we've got hundreds of friendly people that are at the ready to come and answer any questions you might have about the crypto crew, NFTs in general, Web3, and things of that nature. So, Matic Man, do you have any final words for us before we part ways for a few minutes?
Yeah, I'm just excited about Polygon and about Web3, and excited about just the community and what's been built here. And Polygon's, I guess, 5, 6 years old now, and the future's bright. I'm excited, Brandalf, for the Chads. And yeah, what you guys have in 2 weeks, man, this is so professional. And I'm just excited what's taking place, the innovation, and great days are ahead. And I just encourage the whole Polygon family, keep working together, keep supporting one another. And 2024 is going to be, I think it's going to be epic. Not financial advice, of course. We don't know what's going to happen with the markets, but I'm really excited. Contrary to popular or what some are saying, NFTs are not dead. They're very much alive, and we're just getting started with NFTs. The use cases and the innovation, great things are coming. And I'm glad Legion's going to be a part of that wave. And so December 20th, couldn't be more stoked about it. And yeah, join the community. Get in on this mint. I think you'll be really happy with what you'll get with the art and then the perks and benefits from that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us for our second episode of Pulse today, Matic Man. It's truly a pleasure, and I appreciate the hell out of you, man. So, for
Appreciate you, bro.
everybody in the audience, thank you for joining us. This has been Pulse. I am Brandalf from TheChads Media, and we will see you at the same time live and on X and live on YouTube next Wednesday with Amber Vittoria for Hermit on Magic Eden as well. And with that, we will see you next time.
Take care. Thanks, Brandolph.
Bye now.